My name is Franklin Clark, and I'm the head coordinator of Vcity Basketball. Vcity Basketball started in 2014. I used to run the Vaughan Basketball BBA program. I was the coordinator, and I just like working with kids. A lot of people told me that I should start my own program.
Back on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3. Back on 5, 6.
You're listening to Redneck.
super proud of my guys. I felt like they worked extremely hard against a great team. This is the #1 team in our division, and for us to pull off a win against those guys, I'm proud of my guys. I would say the biggest thing I get is having taken kids that, wanted to play basketball and didn't have the right set of tools, the skills, and me working with them and seeing the improvement at the end of the year, and having their parents tell me like, coach, such and such has come so far and he's doing so well, and it's thanks to you. I think that's the biggest thing for me. Just watching a kid that starts from not being able to dribble or do anything to now he's playing on his high school team. When I was playing, I didn't appreciate them that much, all the yelling and screaming and stuff like that. But now I see, why they took that approach. It's a lot of discipline, and it's tough working with youth sometimes because they're coming from different things in their life that's going on. It's very hard working with them sometimes. So, as a coach, seeing how my coach dealt with me, kind of made it a little bit easier for me to, interact and deal with the kids.
So my name is Amanda Ritter. I am involved because my son was playing for the team, and now I'm team manager.
Malik Pilar, and I play point guard for Vcity.
So I've been actually really happy with the program since my son's come into it. He actually started, Coach Franklin is his first and only rep coach. As far as I'm concerned as a parent and from a team manager standpoint, Franklin's done amazing, not only with my son, but with all the kids. He really caters to their individual needs.
He just made me overall a better player from when I started. And since he was a point guard when he played in college and stuff, I learned a lot from him, running the point guard spot, and I think I improved a lot at the point guard position. Taught me more than what a coach needs to do. Basically, he's taught me how to be a better man. That's all I can say. Yeah,
and for me to kind of, spin off that, I find for Malik, he stays very involved, so he will ask them, are you guys getting to class on time? Malik had suffered an injury, and Franklin's been with him and supporting him, not only to get back on track with the game itself, but definitely through mental struggles that he's been going through. He's just, honestly, probably one of the biggest all-around supporters for all of the boys on the team.
My name is Janai Carpenter, and my relation with coach is, he's been my coach for 4 years.
I'm Janai's mom, yes. So I've known Coach for about the same amount of time. I do know his wife, so we're very close. We're like sisters. Janai was a very quiet to himself type of kid, and confidence was definitely down. Didn't have a lot of self-confidence, didn't really feel that he had a place, or didn't know quite where he fit in. And so with basketball and just coach working with him side by side, having him a part of his house league, it's really just kind of taken him and elevated him to a different level. So
before, when my confidence was down, the teacher would ask a question in class, I wouldn't put my hand up. Now, I'm the first to raise my hand. So he really helped me with my confidence.
So my name is Ethan Townsend. I play small forward or power forward.
My name is Kimberly. I'm Ethan's mom. He's much more confident in things in his game and just in general, I would say. And coach is definitely motivates him and the team a lot. So I see that as being a huge bonus.
It's boosted a lot of my confidence, mainly just in game, where from before I used to never shoot, kind of just do nothing really. Whereas to now I'm shooting all the time, going confident with my shot and going up strong.
My name is Max Wasunski, number 0. I play point guard. I came to Vcity to try to play basketball recreationally and develop my skills so that the next year I could try out for programs. And when I found out that coach had his own program, I tried out for it and I made it, and I just progressively got better and better until now where I got good enough to make my high school team. The life training attribute of it is much higher than the basketball because he's like a second father to us. He's been to my house multiple times. He's very close to my family. The life lessons he's taught me, like being on time to practice, being on time to school, like what he teaches us in basketball is very minimal to what he teaches us in life. Like everything from being on time to places to when you're there to like give it your best to never only go like 50% out.
I want to instill hard work. That's my main focus. Not every kid is going to get a scholarship to go Division I. Not every kid's going to go to the NBA. But for me, my biggest thing is teaching the kids how to work really hard for what they want. And if they work hard, good things will happen. And if it doesn't, at least they can always, have that work ethic to fall back on to, try other things. At least once the work ethic is there, everything else will fall into place.
Every boy needs that role model, and Coach is a very strong one, and his presence, you could tell at every game, even how he interacts with refs, how he carries himself as a father, as a man, and just as a person, his own identity, not blended in with anybody else. He is, he's very, I don't want to say superior, but he has a presence about him. He has an aura. I can definitely feel the room, and he's one of those people, he doesn't touch you to touch you. He touches you and he changes you. And that's big, because not a lot of people who you interact with actually leave you with something. And he's always giving of himself, always. And you can see it with the boys.
I would say one thing he's hard on us about is just like always working hard at whatever you do. And he says, you can't go into a job and like half-ass it or whatever. You always have to go 100%.
It was all Coach Franklin. I spent like hours at the community center, all the training programs he had. He goes way above and beyond what he needs to make his players better. Without paying him, without having his own gym, he'll go out of his time after work to come to the community center and train you. That's like the number one thing that made me better. He would come to the community center and we'd just be taking shots on the side basket until I got better at shooting. So it's like small stuff like that makes a player better.
He tells the boys what they need to hear, maybe not always what they want to hear, but no, he's awesome. Him, Amanda, the team, parents, it's great.
Franklin works really hard. He's, to be honest, at his day job, and we're on the phone, and he's working on Vcity. It's something that's constantly on his mind. He's constantly coming up with different ideas for the kids individually, or just tournaments, things that they can do to just expand the program or themselves, get themselves out there. He's just really all about the players. And as far as work goes, I would say it's just, when is he not working? Is more the question, is when is Franklin not working on Vcity?
We do film sessions where all the kids get together, and it's a really close-knit group that I have. Some of these kids I've had since they were about 11 years old, and they refuse to go to other teams. And I've had kids say, listen, I want to play basketball with you until I don't want to play basketball anymore.
Yeah. It's Vanguard family. It's family. Yeah, it's definitely family.
Some people just cry. Vanguard on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3. Vanguard. 4, 5, 6. Family.